There was a time when diesel locomotives weren't designed to be efficient, quiet, or lightweight. They were designed to be unkillable. Built with massive engines, thick steel frames, and simple mechanical systems, these locomotives were expected to run day and night through heat, cold, dust, and neglect. Decades later, many modern locomotives have already been retired, but these 1970s diesel beasts are still pulling freight, hauling passengers, and refusing to die. Today, we're counting down the 10 diesel locomotives from the 70s tougher than anything today. The iron giants that proved durability matters more than technology. Get ready, because these machines didn't just move trains, they built empires. Number 1. EMD SD42. The EMD SD42 is not just a diesel locomotive, it is the benchmark against which toughness in railroading is measured. Introduced in 1972, at the peak of the diesel era, the SD42 was designed during a time when railroads demanded machines that could survive relentless workloads with minimal downtime. At its heart was the legendary 16-cylinder EMD 645E3 diesel engine, producing 3,000 horsepower. What made this engine special was not its power output, but how conservatively it was tuned. Instead of pushing the engine to its limits, EMD engineered it to run comfortably within its mechanical boundaries, dramatically reducing wear and extending service life. Structurally, the SD42 was massively overbuilt. Its long frame, reinforced underbody, and HTC trucks provided exceptional stability and traction, allowing it to haul heavy freight across mountains, deserts, and frozen plains. The electrical system was simple, rugged, and modular, meaning that failed components could be swapped quickly without complex diagnostics. There were no computers to crash, no emission systems to clog, and no software updates required to keep the locomotive moving. What truly proves the SD42's toughness is its survival rate. Thousands were built, and decades later, many remain in active service across the world. Railroads have rebuilt them multiple times, replacing electronics and upgrading cabs while retaining the original frame and engine block. In an era when modern locomotives can be sidelined by sensor failures, the SD42 continues to earn its reputation as one of the toughest machines ever to run on steel rails. Number 2. GE U30C. The GE U30C represents a time when diesel locomotives were built with brute strength rather than refinement in mind. Developed in the late 1960s and used extensively throughout the 1970s, the U30C was General Electric's answer to EMD's dominance in heavy freight. It was powered by the GE FDL-16 diesel engine, a massive, slow-revving power plant known for its physical robustness rather than smooth operation. This engine could endure extreme temperatures, inconsistent fuel quality, and long operating hours without catastrophic failure. The U30C's frame was exceptionally heavy, designed to handle high axle loads and enormous tractive effort. These locomotives were often assigned to coal drags, ore trains, and long-haul freight routes where failure was not an option. GE engineers oversized the cooling systems knowing these units would operate in harsh environments, from scorching deserts to humid industrial corridors. While early GE electronics were less refined than EMD's, they were still rugged enough to survive decades of abuse. What makes the U30C truly tough is how many survived beyond their expected lifespan. Even after retirement from major railroads, many found second lives on short lines and industrial railways where reliability mattered more than efficiency. Their mechanical simplicity made them ideal candidates for rebuilding, and many ran well into the 2000s. The U30C proved that raw mechanical strength combined with conservative engineering could keep a locomotive running long after newer, more advanced designs had failed. Number 3. EMD GP3820. The EMD GP38-2 is a masterclass in how simplicity can create unmatched durability. Introduced in 1972, this 4-axle locomotive was designed without a turbocharger, producing a modest 2,000 horsepower from its naturally aspirated 16-645 diesel engine. At a time when manufacturers were chasing higher horsepower numbers, EMD deliberately chose restraint, and that decision made the GP38-2 one of the most reliable diesel locomotives ever built. Without a turbocharger, the engine ran cooler, experienced less mechanical stress, and required less maintenance. This made the GP38-2 incredibly forgiving of operator error, poor fuel quality, and inconsistent maintenance schedules. It could idle for long periods, start reliably in cold weather, and handle stop-and-go yard work without overheating. These characteristics made it perfect for switching duties, local freight runs, and secondary mainline service. The GP38-2's rugged frame, simple electrical system, and straightforward controls made it easy to maintain in small workshops without specialized tools. Many railroads discovered that these locomotives simply refused to die. Decades later, GP38-2s are still working in yards, industrial plants, and regional railways around the world. Their continued operation proves that when a locomotive is built with fewer parts and less complexity, it can outlast far more advanced machines by decades. Number 4. Alco Century C630. The Alco Century C630 was built with a single philosophy: raw power above all else. Introduced in the late 1960s and heavily used throughout the 1970s, the C630 was powered by the massive Alco 251C V16 diesel engine producing 3,000 horsepower. Unlike smoother-running EMD engines, Alco power plants were famous for their aggressive exhaust note and tremendous low-speed torque. This made the C630 ideal for heavy freight operations where pulling power mattered more than fuel efficiency or refinement. The physical construction of the C630 was exceptionally heavy. Thick engine blocks, cast steel frames, and oversized traction motors allowed the locomotive to endure extreme loads without structural failure. While Alco locomotives had a reputation for demanding skilled maintenance, their mechanical components were incredibly durable when properly cared for. Many C630s continued operating long after Alco exited the locomotive business entirely, a testament to their underlying strength. In countries such as India, Argentina, and Australia, Alco-based designs derived from this era are still running today, often rebuilt and modernized but retaining the original mechanical core. The C630 proved that even without cutting-edge electronics, a locomotive with massive torque, heavy construction, and repairable components could survive for generations. It stands as a reminder that toughness is not about elegance, it is about enduring punishment and continuing to move freight, no matter the conditions. Number 5. British Rail Class 47. The British Rail Class 47 stands as one of the clearest examples of 1970s toughness through versatility. Introduced in the early 1960s but used extensively and pushed hardest throughout the 1970s, the Class 47 was never designed to be a specialist. Instead, it was built to do everything, and that is exactly why it survived for so long. Powered by the Sulzer 12 LDA28C diesel engine, producing around 2,580 horsepower, the Class 47 used conservative engine tuning and a robust electrical system that favored reliability over performance extremes. What made the Class 47 exceptionally tough was its structural and mechanical balance. The frame was heavy enough to handle freight abuse, yet light enough for passenger service. It hauled express passenger trains at high speed, dragged freight across the UK, powered mail trains overnight, and even worked on secondary and rural lines. Few modern locomotives can match this level of operational flexibility without major reconfiguration. The engine itself was designed for long service intervals, thick cylinder liners, and rebuildability, traits that modern emissions-focused engines often lack. Another reason the Class 47 endured is maintainability. British rail depots across the country were familiar with its systems, allowing rapid repairs without specialist tools. When failures occurred, they were mechanical and visible, not software-based. Many Class 47s lasted well into the 2000s, some exceeding 40 years of frontline service. Even today, several remain operational on charter and heritage services. The Class 47 proved that a locomotive does not need extreme power or advanced technology to be tough. It needs balance, simplicity, and adaptability. Number 6. Soviet M62 Taiga drum. If there is one locomotive that defines absolute toughness, it is the Soviet-built M62, often nicknamed the Taiga drum. Designed in the late 1960s and mass-produced through the 1970s, the M62 was created for one purpose: survival in extreme environments. These locomotives operated across the Soviet Union and Eastern Europe, facing freezing temperatures, poor quality fuel, rough track, and minimal maintenance infrastructure. Modern locomotives would fail within days under such conditions. the M62 thrived. At its core was a large, simple two-stroke diesel engine producing around 2,000 horsepower. Fuel efficiency was poor, emissions were non-existent by modern standards, but reliability was unmatched. The engine could start in sub-zero temperatures without complex preheating systems. Electrical systems were intentionally crude but robust, designed to function even when components degraded. The body and frame were heavy steel, resistant to vibration, ice, and mechanical shock. What makes the M62 remarkable is how long it remained in service. Even after the collapse of the Soviet Union, these locomotives continued operating across Poland, Hungary, Romania, and beyond. Many are still running today, more than 50 years after being built. Crews trusted them because they were predictable. No computers, no electronic shutdowns, just mechanical power. The M62 is proof that when a locomotive is designed for the worst possible conditions, it can outlast generations of more advanced machines. Number 7. EMD SD45. The EMD SD45 was one of the boldest diesel locomotive designs of the late 1960s. Powered by a massive 20-cylinder version of the EMD 645 engine, producing 3,600 horsepower, the SD45 was built to dominate heavy freight operations. While the design initially pushed the limits of diesel technology, the locomotive's sheer physical strength ensured its survival far beyond expectations. The SD45's frame, trucks, and traction motors were enormously strong, designed to handle extreme torque and heavy loads. While early SD45s experienced higher maintenance demands due to the large V20 engine, railroads quickly learned that the underlying structure was nearly indestructible. Many units were later rebuilt into SD42-like configurations, reducing power output while retaining the heavy-duty frame. This rebuilding extended their service lives by decades. What sets the SD45 apart from modern locomotives is its rebuildability. Modern locomotives are often designed as integrated systems that become obsolete as emission standards change. The SD45, by contrast, could be mechanically reconfigured to meet new needs. Many SD45 frames are still in use today under rebuilt locomotives, proving that when the foundation is strong enough, a machine can evolve instead of being scrapped. The SD45 may have been excessive, but excess strength is exactly why it survived. Number 8. SNCF CC72000. The SNCF CC72000 was France's answer to high-powered diesel traction in the 1970s, and it was built with unmistakable toughness. Introduced in 1967 and used extensively throughout the 1970s, this locomotive was powered by a high-output diesel engine capable of hauling heavy passenger and freight trains across non-electrified routes. Unlike modern European locomotives that prioritize lightweight construction, the CC72000 was unapologetically heavy. Its frame, bogies, and drivetrain were designed for long-distance endurance rather than short service cycles. These locomotives routinely operated at high speeds for hours, yet were expected to remain mechanically reliable with limited downtime. The cooling and lubrication systems were oversized, allowing the engine to survive sustained high loads without overheating. Electrical systems were conservative and repairable, relying on relay logic rather than digital control. Many CC72000 locomotives remained in service for over 40 years, some only being retired in the 2010s. Their longevity highlights a design philosophy that modern locomotives have largely abandoned. Build once, rebuild many times, and expect decades of service. The CC72000 stands as one of Europe's toughest diesel locomotives, proving that heavy construction and conservative engineering age far better than efficiency-driven designs. Number 9. Indian Railways. WDM2. If toughness had a global symbol, it would be the Indian Railways WDM2. Originally introduced in the early 1960s but built in massive numbers throughout the 1970s, the WDM2 became the backbone of one of the harshest rail environments on Earth. Designed by Alco and produced locally in India, this locomotive was expected to operate in extreme heat exceeding 45 cells, monsoon rains, thick dust, poor fuel quality, and tracks that would be considered unacceptable by modern standards. Modern locomotives would struggle to survive even briefly under such conditions, yet the WDM2 thrived for decades. At its heart was the Alco 251B diesel engine, an engine famous not for efficiency but for brute endurance. The engine featured thick cylinder walls, low operating RPMs, and generous tolerances that allowed it to keep running even when maintenance was delayed. Electrical systems were intentionally simple, relying on rugged contactors and relays instead of electronics. This meant faults were visible, understandable, and repairable in the field, often with improvised tools. What truly sets the WDM2 apart is longevity. Many units built in the 1970s ran for over 40-50 years, hauling passenger expresses, freight trains, and mixed traffic across thousands of kilometers. Some are still operational today in secondary roles. The locomotive's ability to be rebuilt repeatedly, new power assemblies, rewound motors, upgraded brakes, kept it relevant long after newer designs failed. The WDM2 proves that a locomotive designed for the worst possible conditions can outlast generations of technologically superior machines. Number 10. EMD F40PH. The EMD F40PH is one of the clearest examples of how 1970s diesel locomotives were built to endure punishment that would destroy modern machines. Introduced in 1975, the F40PH became the dominant passenger locomotive in North America for decades. What made it unique and brutally demanding was its operating profile. Unlike freight locomotives that vary engine speed, the F40PH ran at a constant high RPM for hours at a time to supply head-end power for passenger coaches. In theory, this should have shortened its lifespan dramatically. Instead, the opposite happened. The locomotive's 16-645 E3 diesel engine proved so robust that it could sustain near maximum RPM day after day without catastrophic wear. This was possible only because the engine was massively overbuilt, with thick crankshafts, durable bearings, and conservative internal stresses. Cooling and lubrication systems were oversized to handle continuous load, something modern locomotives often avoid due to efficiency concerns. Structurally, the F40PH was just as tough. Its frame, trucks, and traction motors were derived from freight locomotive designs, meaning they were far stronger than passenger service strictly required. As a result, many F40PH units remained in service for 30 to 40 years, with some exceeding expectations by decades. Even after retirement, many were rebuilt for secondary service or sold to commuter agencies. The F40PH proves a critical point. When a locomotive is engineered to survive worst-case operation every day, longevity becomes inevitable. Modern locomotives optimize efficiency. The F40PH was optimized to survive, and it did. Those were the diesel legends of the 7 locomotives built for survival, not convenience. They hauled impossible loads, ran for millions of kilometers, and earned the respect of every engineer who ever sat behind the controls. Even today, their toughness remains unmatched. Which one of these locomotives do you think is the toughest ever built? Drop your answer in the comments. I read every one. If you love railway history and unstoppable machines, hit like, subscribe, and share this video with a fellow rail fan. Thanks for watching. And until next time, keep the rails rumbling and the legends alive.